Okay, we're back. It's been more than 24 hours and Rainbow Bright, or Rainbow, why do I keep calling it Rainbow Bright? Rainbow Dash is all nice and dry. First thing you want to do is to check and make sure that everything adhered. So turn it upside down, give it a couple of taps, and if you have a credit card or not a credit card, but just some kind of a card or something that you can use, just run it along all of the pieces and make sure that they all stick down. You will want to do that with your hand. Do not, it will cut you. But rest assured, you'll only do it once, but you want to just double check and make sure that all of your pieces are adequately glued down, everything's nice and dry. So now you're ready to do the grouting. So for the grouting, you have a choice. You can do any color of grout. I get sanded grout from Lowe's or Home Depot. You can use that, or you can use special mosaic grout. Doesn't really matter. But it comes in lots of colors. I generally either grout with white grout or black grout. So to determine what color I want to grout it with, I put a piece of paper behind it to see how it's going to look. Now, that is what it would look like if it had a solid background and white grout. So if I was going to display this up against a wall, I might think about putting a piece of paper behind it and grouting it with white grout, because that really makes the white, or the colors of the pony pop out. But since I want this to be in a window, from previous experience I have learned that when the light comes through it, if the grout is dark, it'll let the glass show up more. So if you put a black piece of paper behind it, it doesn't look like it's going to be really bright, but trust me, it will. So I'm going to operate under the theory that I'm going to put this in a window, and I'm going to use black grout. So that will have all of the places that don't have glass sort of recede, and it'll make the actual pieces of colored glass really pop out. So to get started, you take your grout and you measure out, I don't know, a generous half cup to a cup of it. That'll be about enough to smear all over here and have it go down in the crevices. I also like to have a little bit of extra on hand to add to the one that I'm actually mixing up, because if you get this too runny and there's too much water in it, what it'll do is it will seep underneath the glass, and the water will cause the glue to soften, and it'll have your pieces won't be stuck anymore. You can make the glue so wet that that the glue gives away, and so you want your grout to be as dry as possible but still be malleable. Pretty much like they say, to everything the consistency of peanut butter. So to mix that up, we're going to start with about a cup, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put into my bag. I do it in the Ziploc bag directly, but you could put it in a baggie or something like that, or not a baggie, like a Tupperware, but I wouldn't do it in a Tupperware. Just make sure that it's something that you're willing to throw away. So if you have an old plastic bowl or something, you could mix it up in that. So actually I need to go back to the very beginning, because what you need is your grout, something to drop the water into the grout with, a pair of gloves, a sponge, and a large tub of water that you'll be cleaning your sponge off in. So that's what you need to get this done, this part of it done rather. So back to mixing the grout. So I take a little bit of water and pour it in, and then just start mushing it together. And a little bit of water goes a long way with this grout. So remember that you want to keep it the consistency of peanut butter. And if it gets too runny, you can always add more of the dry grout. Let's see how this looks. Feels pretty good. Okay, a little bit more. Oop, get some more water. And add it a little bit at a time. If you've got little kids doing this, make sure that they are well supervised, because this can get stupid messy. And use good quality baggies, because you can pop the